Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited to share my completed Christmas/winter journals with you. I have 4 hardcover journals that I'm going to flip through today, and I also have 4 traveler's notebook size journals with soft covers that I will probably post the flip through of tomorrow. And all of these journals will be available in my Etsy shop for sale on Friday, this Friday, and I will put the exact date and time in the description box of this video, so check this out if you're interested. So, like I said, these are Christmas but also winter journals. I have 2 that are more traditional Christmas colors like red and green and browns, and I have 2 that are more wintry, I guess, more blues, silver, gold, etc. And these journals are slightly different from all what I usually do because I did not embellish them inside. I did embellish them with fabrics, so I used a lot of fabrics and laces. All of the fabrics that you will see and all of the lace is vintage or antique. But I did not do much more to the pages because I guess that Christmas is just such a, like, everyone celebrates it in their personal way and some people don't celebrate it at all, so I just did not want to impose anything by decorating the journals beforehand. There are about 220 pages in each journal, a lot of fun papers that you will see and that you can play with. And with each journals I will be sending an envelope, so I will go through this quickly as well in this flip through. So each journal will have an envelope with goodies, with handmade ephemera, with some scraps of papers, basically with things that you could use to decorate those journals. These journals all have like hardcover. They measure 21 centimeters tall by 15 centimeters wide, so they are A5 size. All of them have 2-inch spines, slightly curved, 7 signatures, like I said, over 200 pages, and they have the exact same types of pages, not the same like pattern papers and book pages, of course, but the same types and amount of pages. So let me start with the one that's more blue, more winter, but can definitely be used as a Christmas journal. And I think that this one may be my favorite because of the color, because it's like turquoise. I used a few different paints. Oh, I did not mention all of the covers are hand painted and I used some different techniques on them. So I used some different paints to achieve these colors, and what I wanted with this journal was to kind of reflect like a frosted window. So let me show you, especially on the back, it should be visible. So I used embossing powder, white embossing powder on the edges here, like so it looks like a frost on the window, and then there is more embossing here, like random patterns, and the whole journal is also covered with white splatters that kind of look like snow, so it's snowing outside this frosted window. I think it turned out great. So here's the front, and I embossed some white and silver snowflakes, and this part here is raised, and there's a window, and this piece is from a Stamperia paper pad. It says home. Like I said, it has 7 signatures that are bound with this white linen thread. I have 2 more embossed snowflakes on the spine, and here are the charms. So in all of the journals I used some jingle bells, so the sound is just really nice. And there are some charms like a snowman, hope you can see, some beads and buttons, and all of them have their name with these like letter beads. So this one is called Frost. So there are charms and more jingle bells. I really like how this turned out. Okay. And the closure is vintage lace. So let me open her up for you. Okay, so like I mentioned, there's a lot of blue, a lot of like frosty colors, silver and gold. And on the front here, I have a simple pocket with a card. This is like a cool vellum sort of card. You can write your name or the dates. So I have some beautiful pattern papers. And in each of the journal, I chose a story from Little Golden Books. These are not vintage book pages, but they still have those gorgeous illustrations, and I just thought they looked really nice. So each journal will have their own story. And then this is vintage letter paper, a paper bag. This is vintage sari fabric, SA Tippin. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's like those little Christmas trees that are blue. I just thought it looked so perfect. And this paper is nice quality craft paper. Some book pages, all about winter and December and stuff. This is fabric dyed paper and handmade paper. More trims here. This is the other side of the bag, and I did not cut it here. You can cut it along this edge if you want the pocket on the other side here too, but you can also use it as like a half page and decorate it somehow. Book page, more beautiful pattern paper. Then this is Stamperia paper, lined paper, and a little star charm here. Disdain doily. This is a gorgeous Rhodia dotted paper. It's so smooth, perfect for writing with fountain pens if you like, but also with any other kind of pen. It's just so smooth and beautiful. More book pages and pattern papers. This is some vintage laces as a tab here. More book pages. This is antique music paper that I made into two pockets that are sewn. There's some machine stitching here. Okay, more book pages. These lace patterns are from tailor-made journals that I printed on the other side of some pattern papers. So just a variety of different fun papers to play with. More gorgeous Imperia paper, more book pages. Isn't this guy so cute? Okay, craft paper. This is vintage notebook paper, flips like this. More patterned paper, a lot of flips, so you have even more space for journaling and for putting your own ephemera. Another paper bag, white this time. This is printed ledger paper from Elopa online. I will link a shop below. Edith Holden page, more Stamperia, just beautiful. More book pages. The same thing with the paper bag. You can cut it along here to have a pocket, or you can use it as a page, this short page here. So I tried to, as you can see, I tried to vary the sizes, the lengths, the widths, so you can have more interest. You can just play with the papers as you like. More vintage lace, book page. Stunning pattern paper. This is some Christmas music from Artie Mays that I printed on patterned paper. Oh, not patterned paper, on parchment paper. More Rhodia paper and book pages. A vintage music. This is a cool, like a things to do list. So you can use it to jot things down. Lined paper. the other side of the to-do list. Parchment paper, more pattern papers with vintage lace. This is again fabric dyed paper. This is coffee stained paper with lace imprint. More printed ledger. And more pattern papers. This is a tack spot here, but also you can cut it along here if you wanted to flip down like this. Book pages, holly, ivy and mistletoe, and it flips like this. Again, the tack spot here, printed ledger, the other side of this coffee stained paper with lace imprint. Here I have a little jingle bell with some bells on a ball pin. This is fabric dyed paper. Recycled paper. Then this is French ruled paper that's been tea stained. More fun pattern papers. Again, the lace is from Tailor Made Journals. I will link her shop below for you. Then this is a vintage children's dictionary, and I've chose the page that says snow. More printed ledger. And more beautiful trims on the edges. Book page. So each journal will have a page like this. The only page that I actually embellished, and that's because I wanted to do a lot of machine stitching. I wanted to make those, hope you can see those lines. They're white lines with some little scraps of fabrics and an image. The image is again from Lorna, Tailor Made Journals, and the lines are inspired by Gibet Neri. Then this is beautiful sketchbook paper. So like I said, I try to mix and match a lot of different papers for you guys. So there's, even though the pages are not embellished by me, there's still a lot of interest. This is Edith Holden for December. This is some lined paper, fabric dyed paper. Again, a little jingle bell here and a star charm. Sketchbook paper, tea stained paper, some lace imprint here. Book page, and this is my signature, and this is the end of this journal. So this was Frost. This is Mary, and Mary is hand painted with this nice brown. Again, I mixed some different shades of brown to achieve this kind of irregular wood grain sort of style, and I embossed those Christmas trees with embossing powder. The edges are gilded with Inca gold, and there is a window here. This part is raised. There is a window here with this beautiful paper with some poinsettia, I think they are flowers, and some berries, and the spine looks like this. So there are two ridges on the spine, and there is also an embossed Christmas tree behind the signatures. The signatures, again 7 signatures, are bound with this beautiful red linen thread. Then the back of the journal is just plain, and you can see different shades of brown. I really like how this turned out. And the charms, again, a lot of jingling bits, so it gives a beautiful sound. It has those letters that say Mary, then it has some buttons and a lot of beads and those jingle bells and some charms, mostly little stars. So I think it's really nice, and all of the charms are tied quite loosely, so when you open the journal and you want to write or journal in it, you can just pull it up like this, and it won't bother you in any way. Okay, so this one is tied with sari silk. has a card here in its pocket. And then let me quickly flick through the papers, because it's basically the same papers, only different patterns, different book pages. This is again beautiful piece of vintage sari that flips up like this. So we have craft paper, beautiful December book pages. This is little golden book. This is a color paper and handmade paper here in the middle. A lot of trims, as you can see, ledger paper, book pages. So cute. Again, this is printed from tailor-made journals. Beautiful stamperia paper that flips like this. Lined paper, rhodia paper, dotted. More book pages, pattern papers with vintage and antique laces. More book pages, antique music page with 2 pockets here in the middle. Okay. Rhodia paper, tea stained paper, stamperia, then this cutie here as the start of the next signature. Craft paper, vintage notebook paper, more patterns and a little jingle bells here on the ball pin. Paper bag, printed ledger, Edith Holden, and this flip out in the middle here is from Stamperia paper pad. I'm sorry I'm going so fast, but like I said, they all have basically the same types of paper. So just if you baby's Christmas, yeah. If you need or want to see any more like close-up pictures or of any of the journals and this flip through is just too fast for you, please just contact me and I can send you pictures and more information. And also all the information about size and the number of pages and the types of papers used will be in the Etsy listings. So some color paper, beautiful coffee stained paper with lace imprint, printed ledger, patterned paper with a tag spot here, more book pages. This is Christmas here, and then flips open. This is just so gorgeous. Tag spot and some more antique laces, more printed ledger. This flips out, more jingle bells here on the side, beautiful patterned papers, book page, recycled paper. This flips like this. Okay, then this is a vintage children's dictionary page with the word gift, printed ledger paper, lined paper, book page, more printed lace from Lorna's shop, book page, and this is the embellished page for this journal. So there is this piece of ephemera from Lorna's shop, and then some trims, some scraps of trims here, and lines sewn with my machine. Sketchbook paper, more pattern paper. This is fabric dyed paper. Edith Holden in the middle here with beautiful soft illustration, and one on the back here as well. Okay, sketchbook paper, tea stained paper, my signature here, and patterned paper, and this is the end of the signature. So this again is Mary, and this one is called Silent Night because I wanted to reflect like a very dark sky and some snowflakes falling slowly down during just a very silent wintry night. So again, this part here is raised, I embossed some snowflakes, and there's also some gold splatters. This is a window here, and this piece is from a Stamperia paper pad, says greetings. The edges have been gilded with Inca gold. And here is the spine. The spine has 3 ridges that have been painted with gold, and then the signatures are bound with this beautiful golden yellow linen thread. On the back I have some more embossing, some more snowflakes embossed, some more splatters, and different shades of blue like you would see on the night sky. And then the charms in this one are like this. So we have a silent night with those letter beads, some charms, different things, a lot of beads. All of them are blue, turquoise, silver, gold. So I have those jingle bells as well, some charms, some star charms. So it looks like this. Okay, and it's closed with sari silk. Let's see inside. So again, lots of blue, wintry sorts of colors. There's a vellum card in this one, in the pocket, and again the same types of paper. This is from the little golden box, is December 1822, and a calendar that you can use even for your, you know, like planning for December. It actually even starts on Sunday, like December starts this month, so that's kind of cool. Ledger paper, paper bag, this stunning piece of vintage sari fabric on a craft paper, book pages, fabric dyed paper, and handmade paper. I had some questions about my fabric dyed paper. I just buy a very cheap fabric dye and I soak my papers in it like I would soak them in tea, and I just let them dry overnight, and it gives beautiful, like not very regular colors that I like. Pattern papers. This is from Artimaze. This is parchment paper, rhodia paper. Okay, this is the to-do list, lined paper, a lot of vintage and antique laces. This flips like this. Vintage music page, parchment, book page, pattern papers, tea stained and ink stained doily, more book pages and pattern papers, and a little jingle bell here on a bob pin. 2 pockets here in this antique page. Rhodia paper, lined tea stained paper, antique laces, and it flips like this. Then this is a book page, craft paper, and vintage notebook paper with beautiful natural coloring. Paper bag, printed ledger, and this is a page from Edith Holden with holly. This is from Stamperia, and this is the middle of the signature, and it flips like this. Isn't this just stunning? Okay, Edith Holden. The same types of papers, craft paper, book page, more patterned papers, and more fabric dyed pages. Coffee stained paper with lace imprint. This is a tax spot here, and this book page, it says winter, and it flips like this, and we have this gorgeous, like a title page for winter. Tack spot, slips like this, fabric dyed page, more stunning pattern. Okay, This is brown recycled paper. This is patterned paper. Oh, and this vintage children's dictionary page with the word present. Okay, and this flips like this. More of the same types of paper. This here can be used as a tuck spot. Patterned paper. Book page. This is the decorated and sewn page in this journal. Sketchbook paper, fabric dart paper, stamperia page, gorgeous patterns. Edith Holden page with mistletoe and the robin, the poem here on in the middle. Okay. And there is my signature, and this is the end of this journal. This is again more of a traditional Christmas colors and theme. It's been painted, hand painted here and on the back, and I used some crackle effect for the back and for the spine, and then this part here is raised, and I've decoupaged some beautiful decoupage paper on this, and this is a little window with an image from Edith Holden. So then there is a spine again with the crackle effect, and then there is the back. The edges here are gilded with Inca gold, and the charms in this one. So it says Holly. Her name is Holly, and I have used a lot of buttons and charms and jingle bells and beads, and there is this cute little snowman button, some star charms, a lot of beads. So I use greens and browns, and it's tied with vintage lace. Okay. A card here. I'm going to flick through it quickly. Paper bag, beautiful sari fabric, book pages, color paper, handmade paper, craft paper, with little jingle bells and beads on a bob pin. Okay, book page. This is stamperia paper, so it flips like this. Some graph paper that's been tea stained, a doily, rhodia paper. The Christmas ABC is the title of the story used in this one. Pattern paper, book pages, antique music page with the two pockets here. Lace ruffle, rhodia paper, book page, craft paper and vintage notebook paper, paper bag, printed ledger, Edith Holden for December, beautiful stamperia in the middle here. So there's some fun spots for journaling and beautiful illustrations on the back. Edith Holden. Okay. Patterned paper with a tuck spot. This is again music page from Ultimates printed on parchment paper. Again dotted rhodia paper, beautiful for writing with a fountain pen. To-do list, lined paper. This to-do list is so long, so you have a lot of space for journaling here. Book pages, parchment paper, tuck spot here, and antique laces as a tab. These tabs are inspired by Wendy. So then more colored papers. This is coffee stained paper with lace imprints, some printed ledger. Then a book page here, and it flips like this, and it says here holly, ivy and mistletoe. This flips, Okay. Beautiful grungy coffee stain paper. More patterned pages and book pages, recycled paper, French ruled paper. Okay, and this vintage dictionary page for Christmas, printed ledger. Okay. Beautiful book pages. Beautiful, beautiful lace imprint from tailor-made journal. And this is the decorated page in this journal. Sketchbook page. Fabric dyed paper and Edith Holden in the middle of this signature. Some more jingle bells. More of the same papers, tea stained paper, book page, and the pattern paper with my signature. And this is the end. Let me quickly show you the ephemera bags that are coming with them. So I have an envelope for each one of the journals. They are all signed. These envelopes again have the same types of things and the same number of pieces, just different colors and styles and all that. So I will show you one for a blue journal and then one for the more Christmassy journal. So this one will come with the Silent Night, which is this journal. It's tied with this beautiful colored sari silk, and inside there are some beautiful die cuts from Lorna's shop, from Tailor-Made Journals. She has loads of Christmas printables, and I just wanted to give you some of these beautiful Victorian die cuts that you can use to decorate your pages. Then you will get some ephemera pieces, again from Lorna. All of them are winter themed or Christmas themed, just beautiful. Then I added one small envelope. Then you will have this authentic vintage check. This is from Coca-Cola from 60s. Then I am giving you some journaling cards that are again winter or Christmas themed. Then some circle embellishment from Stamperia paper pads, and I think they are gorgeous. Then some tags again from Stamperia. They have those beautiful print on the back. Some journaling card, one big journaling card from Stamperia. This one says always believe, and it has some space for journaling on the back. Then each journal will come with a vintage or antique postcard that will be winter themed, and they can be either written on the back or empty. And I think this one is from 1911. Then there are a couple of tags. This one is embossed with gold, and this one is embossed with white. Then a couple of faux Rolodex cards, and this die cut from Tim Holtz that you can glue on your page and then put some small ephemera in these sort of slit pockets. Then each journal will come with a winter themed envelope that I made from Edith Holden book page. So this one has those cute bunnies and more antique lace, and it looks like this on the front, and I've layered it with lace here. Then I have one big tag that's been made with Tailor-Made Journals die cuts, Victorian die cuts, and just some scraps and a label, and it has some gorgeous chiffon ribbon here. And one of the tags that I actually made a video of how I made these tags using scraps, those narrow scraps of papers. So I will have this video up for you guys soon, I guess, but so far this is how it turned out. And then I I had a lot of paper scraps and I did not want to waste them, so I made those little booklets. I've sewn them with some scraps of papers from the papers I used in each journal, of course, and you can tear them out or cut them out and use them in your journal. Use them for tags and journaling cards and for decorating your pages. Each journal will come with 2 book pages, and these are random book pages, not from a particular story, but just random Christmas or winter themed book pages from Little Golden Books. And again, these are not vintage, but I think they are just so beautiful. And the last thing that they all have is this little notebook, and again, I will have a video showing you how I made these. But basically I used some vintage printable greeting cards from tailor-made journals, and I used them to create front and back covers. They have lace on the spine and a label here. They are sewn around, and they have this sari silk closure and an eyelet here on the back. Some beads hanging, and they just have a little pocket here. Some fun scraps of pages inside, so you can use it to jot down some notes, some present gift lists, some shopping lists and whatnot. And it also has a pocket on the back here. And the more Christmas journals are going to come with these goodies. So this one again has a label. This one is for Mary, so the brown one. So I have some die cuts, some pieces of ephemera, a little envelope, this piece from Tom Holtz, 2 faux Rolodex cards, some of these journaling cards. I think there are 5 of them, 2 tags, one of them is embossed with gold and some snowflakes, and this one is embossed with this image of a Christmas tree. Then these circle embellishments from Stamperia, little journaling cards from Stamperia. You will receive 3 of them. 1 big journal card from Stamperia paper pad, a vintage check from Coca-Cola, Edith Holden envelope with antique lace in the label, and it looks like this. Tag made from paper scraps, a handmade tag made with printables from tailor-made journals, booklet of papers, so you get some cool papers. Again, you can use for tags and journaling cards and whatnot. Vintage postcard. Then you get 2 book pages from Little Golden Books, and this cute notebook made from greeting cards. So it looks like this. There's some vintage Indian trim here, and again we have a pocket here, some papers inside, different papers, some beads on the strings, and a pocket on the back here as well. The other 2 journals will come with the envelopes all of their own. They will have the same types of goodies. I hope you guys like them. Let me know please if you like this idea of not embellished journal and a ephemera pack, if it's something that you would be interested in, because I usually embellish my journals heavily, and I know that some people like it, but I also know that some people just prefer a lot of cool pages, and they prefer to work and embellish them on their own. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye!